Whether you ride a shiny super sport, a crusty old cafe racer, or a 125cc that sounds like a leaf blower, welcome to the video where we rank the motorcycle subcultures from worst to best. Yep, we're diving into the deep end today. It's gonna be a little biased, a little rude, but painfully truthful. So if you're easily offended, might want to skip this one. Number 12, the Squid Brigade. Coming in dead last, and I mean dead might be the key word here, we've got the infamous Squids. You already know these guys. Bright sport bikes, no protective gear in sight, tank tops, cargo shorts, maybe even sandals if they're feeling brave. Bonus points for the crooked GoPro stuck to the side of the helmet they barely wear. Squids treat freeway on-ramps like starting grids at MotoGP, and every red light's just another chance to show off. Problem is, while they think they're impressing everyone, the rest of us are watching like it's a live episode of When Will This End Badly? And the worst part? These clowns raise insurance premiums for everyone else on sport bikes. One idiot on a beat-up CBR doing 130 between traffic cones, and now your policy's twice the price. Thanks, champ. A few might eventually grow up, usually after a crash, a lecture from an ER nurse, or a $6,000 insurance bill. But until then, Squids, you earn this spot at the bottom. Number 11, the Cafe Racer crowd. Next up, the Cafe Racer fans. Listen, we get it. Vintage bikes, leather jackets, and minimalist designs are cool. Who doesn't love a little retro flavor? But you know the guy, the one struggling to kickstart a 1974 whatever it is, insisting it's about the feeling, man. These riders will happily spend 10 grand on an old bike, then another 2 grand removing perfectly useful parts like fenders, mirrors, or functioning brakes, because a clean look matters more. Sure, these bikes look incredible parked outside a cafe. Riding them though, whole different story. Low seats, awkward handlebars, and zero weather protection. Hope you don't mind sore wrists and soggy pants. And those chrome skull valve caps? Yeah, half the bike's weight is chrome, but hey, it makes for great Instagram content. When they do ride, it's slow and steady, stopping at every corner to wait for someone to ask, "Whoa, man, is that vintage?" So they can casually reply, "Yeah, I made a few custom mods myself." Number 10, motorcycle influencers. Ah, yes, the influencers. The people who ride just long enough to grab the perfect sunset shot, then spend the rest of the weekend editing it into a cinematic reel no one asked for. They've got matching jackets, spotless helmets, and bikes so clean you could eat off the swing arm. But while they might look the part, they often focus more on likes than miles. To be fair, some are legit. They help beginners, spread motorcycle awareness, and remind us how fun riding can be. But a lot are chasing clout, not corners. If you've ever seen someone circling a gas station at golden hour for the perfect lighting shot, it's them. All right, we're 3 groups in, and trust me, it only gets better, or worse, from here. Want to see who else made the list and where your favorite type of rider lands? Drop a comment below guessing who you think is number 1. And if you're loving this breakdown so far, smash that like button and subscribe for more honest motorcycle content. Number 9. Adventure riders. All right, coming in at number 9, we've got the adventure riders. These are the folks who look like they're about to cross the Sahara, even though they just rolled in from Starbucks. Their bikes, massive, covered in protective bars, aluminum panniers, extra lights, and random survival gear no one's asked them to carry. Seriously, there's a 90% chance there's a water purifier and a flare gun stashed somewhere on that bike. And they'll tell you about it too. Yeah, bro, this bike can go around the world. Cool, Dave. You're literally parked outside an outlet mall. To be fair, when these guys actually hit the trails, they're beasts. Some of the most technically skilled riders you'll meet are in this group. They know their gear, they know their bikes, and they know how to get out of a jam when the trail turns ugly. But, and it's a big but, a lot of them are more obsessed with buying gear than actually riding. You'll hear more about the latest GPS unit, tire pressure monitors, and titanium cooking sets than the ride itself. If your camping stove needs an app to work, it might be time to simplify, buddy. That said, adventure riders are generally great people. They love the lifestyle, welcome new riders, and always have a story or two to share, usually involving getting lost in the woods or chasing a fuel light 100 miles from civilization. Just be prepared for long, slightly awkward conversations about tire tread patterns. Number 8, touring riders. At number 8, the touring riders. These folks don't mess around. Their bikes are basically two-wheeled RVs with engines the size of small cars. Heated grips? Check. Cruise control? Check. A backrest so big it could double as a lazy boy? You bet. These are the long haulers, the ones crossing entire countries while the rest of us are still fussing about weather apps. They've been riding longer than most of us have been alive and can put down 600 miles in a day like it's nothing. And the best part? They'll wave at every other rider they pass. Doesn't matter if you're on a sport bike, a Grom, or a Vespa. These guys get it. They've outgrown the show-off phase. They've had the fast bikes, made the bad decisions, learned the hard lessons. Now, it's all about the ride, the scenery, and the little diner in the middle of nowhere that serves the best pie you've ever had. The only reason they don't rank higher? Some can be a little stuck in their ways. If your bike doesn't have a fairing, a radio, and enough luggage space for a 2-week vacation, you might get the side eye. But overall, touring riders are chill, reliable, and always the ones to follow if you want to rack up serious miles without drama. We're about halfway through now, and trust me, the top spots are going to surprise you. Think you know which group's taking number 1? Or maybe you're already angry about where your people landed? Good. That's what the comments section is for. Type it down below. Fight me in the comments. I read them all. Number 7, Stunt Riders, the real ones. Okay, rolling in at number 7, the Stunt Riders. And listen carefully, because I'm not talking about those random hooligans doing wheelies through traffic with no plates and a death wish. No, no, no. Those guys aren't stunters. They're future organ donors. I'm talking about the real stunt riders, the ones who practice in closed lots, wear actual protective gear, and treat stunt riding like the fine art that it is. These riders have next-level bike control. While most people struggle to make a U-turn without putting a foot down, these folks are balancing on one wheel at parking lot speeds, scraping bars, and doing precise throttle work that would make a MotoGP rider nod in approval. Their bikes aren't built for looks. In fact, most of them are a bit beat up. Scratched plastics, dented gas tanks. On purpose, it makes tricks easier. Cut fairings and crash cages everywhere. Everything's got a purpose. And yeah, they fall. A lot. But they fall safely because they plan for it, gear up, and get right back up. These riders earn respect because of skill, not shock value. They're a tight community, super supportive, and crazy good at what they do. Now, if we could just get their evil twins, the reckless street stunters, off the roads, the world would be a better place. Number 6, cruiser riders, the relaxed legends. Next up in the number 6 spot, the relaxed cruiser riders. And these folks, they're the coolest people you'll ever meet on 2 wheels. They don't care what you ride. Could be a Harley, an Indian, a Royal Enfield, or a rusty old Honda Shadow. Doesn't matter. As long as it rolls, it's welcome. These riders aren't chasing lap times, cornering speeds, or Instagram likes. They're here for the good times, sunsets on country roads, BBQ stops, dive bars, and swapping stories at gas stations. Their bikes? Big V twins. Maybe a little loud, maybe a little custom, but never overdone. No need for 20 LED strips or skull-covered brake levers. Just clean, comfy, and ready to cruise. And the best part, these people are good company. They'll wave to everyone, chat about bikes without flexing, and probably have tools, snacks, and a wild story stashed in their saddlebags. Sure, some of them love old school stuff and might scoff at traction control, but they respect the ride and the road. If your crew has one of these riders, keep them around. They make every ride better. Number 5, Track Day Junkies. All right, sliding into number 5, it's the Track Day Junkies. You probably know one. Heck, maybe you are one. These are the riders who eat, sleep, and breathe racing lines, tire pressure, and lap times. If they're not riding, they're watching GoPro footage of themselves riding. If they're not watching footage, they're standing next to their bike at a gas station, judging your tire wear. And honestly, I respect it. Track day riders don't just ride for fun. They study the art of motorcycling. They obsess over suspension settings, lean angles, brake markers, and body position. Their bikes aren't just for looks. Those worn sliders, scuffed fairings, and safety-wired bolts aren't decorations. They're proof these folks actually use their machines the way manufacturers intended. And you know what? These riders are safe. Because when you've spent hours perfecting your braking technique at 140 miles per hour on a track, you're not gonna be that idiot locking up their brakes on the freeway when traffic stops. That said, they can be a little intense. Mention that you don't track your bike and you'll get a look like you just confessed to eating cereal with water. But hey, passion is passion, and their skill level? Next level. Give them props. Number 4, the quiet sport bike assassin. Coming in hot at number 4, the unassuming sport bike rider. You've seen them, but you probably didn't notice. These are the riders with old GSXRs, sun-faded R1s, or scuffed CBRs. No stickers, no flashy gear, no TikTok handle on the windscreen. Just a helmet, gloves, and pure, undiluted skill. They never talk themselves up. They don't brag. They might even let you think you're quicker, right until the road gets twisty. Then like a ghost, they're gone. Disappeared around the corner with perfect throttle control and smooth surgical lines that make you question your life choices. They don't even try to show off. It's just how they ride. You'll pull up at the next stop, wide-eyed and sweating, and they'll be there already, leaning on their tank like, "Nice road, huh?" These riders are the quiet legends. No drama, no flex, just pure motorcycling talent. The only downside? They make it look too easy. And when others try to chase them, well, let's just say tow trucks and hospital visits tend to follow. Okay, it's getting serious now. Top 3 coming up next, and trust me, one of these will probably surprise you. Spoiler alert, it's not about horsepower, lap times, or YouTube subscribers. Number 3, the small bike squad. Sliding into 3rd place, the small bike squad. If happiness came in a box, it would be shaped like a Grom, a Z125, or one of those hilariously fun 300cc machines. These riders don't care about specs, top speed, or what logo's on your fuel tank. They're here to have fun, full stop. You'll spot them zipping through parking lots, weaving between cones at 38 miles per hour like it's MotoGP, and turning gas station stops into full-blown meetups. And honestly, it's infectious. What makes them so great? They don't take themselves seriously. They'll pop wheelies in Crocs, race each other to the nearest donut shop, and roast their own bikes while you're still trying to remember how to pronounce Panigale. And here's the thing, they welcome everyone. Show up on a scooter? Cool. Got a 125cc dual sport? Sweet. Riding a Harley? You're still invited to the burger run. They're the embodiment of what riding should be. Fun, simple, and judgment-free. No egos, no gatekeeping, just good vibes and big laughs. Number 2, the Ride Everything, Judge Nothing crew. Our runner-up spot belongs to the Ride Everything, Judge Nothing crew. These are the motorcycling veterans who've seen it all, ridden everything from scooters to super bikes to old 80s adventure bikes covered in duct tape. They've done cross-country trips, fixed bikes on the side of the road with zip ties and spare change, and probably have more miles under their belt than most people have on their cars. What makes them special? They don't care what you ride. You could show up on a clapped-out scooter or a brand new R1, and they'll treat you the same. They won't flex about lap times. They won't give you grief about your bike's brand. They won't laugh if you stall at a stoplight. They'll help you fix it. They get it. It's about the ride, the road, the conversations at random gas stations, and those weird roadside diners that serve surprisingly good pie. If you stick around these riders long enough, you'll learn things you didn't even know you needed, and they won't lecture you. They'll let you figure it out by watching how they ride, how they treat others, and how they stay calm when things go sideways. They're the heartbeat of motorcycling. Number one, you. Yeah, you. And finally, number one, it's you. Because at the end of the day, every rider belongs somewhere. You might be a stunt rider, an ADV geek, a sport bike addict, a cruiser fan, or a Grom hooligan. Doesn't matter. If you love two wheels, respect the road, and ride for the right reasons, you're a part of the tribe. And while we rank these groups today for fun, truth is, motorcycling is one big dysfunctional, beautiful family. And you're in it. Jump down to the comments and tell me what kind of rider you are. Are you track day obsessed, a casual cruiser, a secret small bike squad member, or one of those ride everything, judge nothing types? Drop your story, call out your crew, and tell me where I got it wrong or right. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown of motorcycle subcultures, hit that like button, subscribe for more two-wheeled nonsense, and ring that bell so you don't miss the next one. Trust me, we've got some wild stuff coming your way. Until next time, keep it rubber side down, stay safe, and I'll catch you on the next ride.